January 4th, how are your resolutions going? Hard and fast attempts to change certain behaviors you have, it might actually do more harm than good, especially when it comes to our mental health. So this morning, we're going to take you through an unresolution guide. Joining us with some tips on how to navigate this time of year without adding pressure or judgment, we've got mindset coach Hina Khan. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay, so we should change how we're thinking about resolutions.
Yes, I think for many of us, there's so much pressure. Around this time of year. Like the countdown is happening to January 1st and we're like, oh no, I need a resolution because this is what everyone is going to be asking me. And then we're looking outside of ourselves. Well, what would be a good resolution as opposed to going inward? So we're kind of doomed before we start. And then maybe it doesn't pan out. It's the end of the month and we've abandoned the goal. And that's kind of sad because it reinforces this narrative that we're not good at this, but that's not true. We may have just not had the right goal, or we felt forced to come up with something that really wasn't what we wanted.
So do you think people should even make resolutions?
Not necessarily.
Really?
Yes, not necessarily. Okay, here's the thing. If you feel like you should, then you shouldn't, because that's an external pressure. What we have to remember is we want to set you up for success, right? And sometimes the habits that we want to break, those habits require no brain power. Like if you're a smoker, it's something you do automatically, certain times of days that you do it, or certain times of the day, you don't have to really think about it. So if you're going to change that, you really want to make sure that it's a desire from within and not simply because of the calendar year.
One of your tips is instead of having a to-do list, you have a to-be list.
Yes.
And I don't know anything about this, but I love the idea
Oh
already.
my gosh, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Because we were talking before during the break about some of the things that you are creating in your life so that you can be a loving, present, patient, wonderful mother.
Yeah.
So your doing is going to come from that being. So when you choose, I'm going to make my well-being a priority, I'm going to go work out, that is coming from the beingness of being that type of mother that you want to show up with. So instead of having a to-do list, have a to-be list. How do you want to be at work? So for me, I want to be a really effective leader. I want all my clients to have massive transformation. So that's who I'm being. So my doing, how I will love and serve my clients, will come from that.
So is the question to ask yourself first, then, who do I want to be?
Yes.
And then how do I do that?
Yes, so your how comes from the who. So never ask, how am I going to do that? Ask, who do I need to be? And then the how will show up. I know, right?
Okay.
Is it blowing your mind?
Yeah, a little bit. So once we become more clear on who we want to be this next year, how do we set ourselves up for success? Give me that to-do list so we can nail it.
Let's do it. One, write down your goals. Because first of all, you have to become really clear when you write down your goals, so that really helps. Second, connect to the feeling. Like, how will you feel feeling really great for your mental health, moving your body? How does that feel? You want to connect to that because that's actually going to motivate you as opposed to like going to the gym. It's that feeling afterwards.
It's going to motivate you and not shame you.
And not shame you.
Shame doesn't work.
No.
Can we all agree, like finally in 2023, you can't change anyone by shaming them. You can't change yourself by shaming yourself.
No, absolutely. And then you want to optimize your environment because your current environment is set up for your current habit.
Whoa. Okay, just like dropping truth bombs.
I know. So what that also could mean is not only your physical environment, but your social environment too. You may have to switch some things up, or the content, what you listen to. Maybe there's some podcasts that are more in line with where you're going than where you've been, and then own it. So if we look at smoking, for example, instead of saying, I just quit, say, I don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke. That's very different.
Very different.
Very different energy.
In 10 seconds or less, can you tell us what do we do if we fail?
You don't shame yourself. You don't judge yourself. You love yourself through it, and you pick yourself back up.
Nobody is expected to be an expert right away.
No, not at all.
Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Okay, good luck to you guys at home. We will be right back. So many things.
So many things.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.